It is a beautiful day in May. The sun is out, the birds are chirping, and it is a wonderful day to be alive, friends. So I wanted to make a video to show you my new studio because it's awesome and I love it. And one thing I really appreciate about my journey to India, it really sort of like broke down my life in a way that allowed me to sort of like rebuild it with a better sense of who I am, what I want, and how I want to help people. So this is my new photography studio, and I just had a meeting with a woman this morning, telling her about my sort of evolution from an actress to a photographer, and I told her that, I explained that I love photography because not only am I good at it, and not only do I love doing it, but I know that when I do it, it really helps people. Like I was just talking to a friend of mine, Charlie Tacker's mom, and he's on this movie, he's like 10 years old, and he's on this movie right now, a feature film, and she was telling me how the director told her that he was looking at hundreds of headshots from Boston, New York, and LA. And when he saw my headshot that I made for Charlie, that's when he knew. It just like stopped him in his heart. That's when he knew that this was the actor for this role. So I like that my work helps people get parts, and I like that my work, I like to say it's a sort of key that unlocks new doors of opportunity. So anyways, so now let me show you where I work. Let me show you my studio. So here we go. So there are a bunch of companies that share this space, like videographers, hence all the equipment that's there right now. This is a shoot bay. This is where I do a lot of my magic. So I share the space with Elevin, who is an incredible photographer here in Boston. He's probably one of the most famous photographers in this city, and he's done everything. I mean, he's done a lot of editorial, commercial, fashion. He does a lot of like magazine covers. And he's also a really just crafty artist. Like, he made this table right here. Check this out. This is like this old industrial door that he epoxied. He also made that chandelier there, which is made of wine glasses. How cool is that? And last but not least, check it out. We have a swing. Eric made a swing. I'm gonna swing for you. Yay! This is probably my favorite part of the studio. You know, gigantic shoot bay with amazing lights aside. Swing is the best part. So it's located in Fort Point, which is in the downtown Seaport district of Boston. So you notice all those, like, the brick building out there? These brick buildings were built in, like, 1910, 1911, and these were old factory buildings. And time passed, about 10 years ago, there was no business here, nothing going on. You could get space here for super cheap. And that's when Eric got this studio. And it's awesome that he did, and has grown it into such a force of nature here in Boston. And I'm so honored that I get to be a part of it now. So here, let me show you my, yes. Oh, for anyone who remembers my last studio, here are my shark jaws. Hey, shark jaws. And then here's my desk. Of course, it's messy. That's how you know it's mine. Here's a shot that I recently did for this guy named Chuck, who was awesome. And yeah, let's just look around. So, like I said, there are a bunch of different young companies who rent space here. So these guys, Brighter Lights Media, they do videography. And then back here is Eric's World. Cool. Generally this place is like full of people, but this is one of those rare moments when there's only me here. So this is where I do my magic. This is where I welcome my clients. This is where I help people. And I'm really psyched to be here. And I'm just, oh yeah, and this also, great. This is our makeup area. Oh look, and there's an Erica. Hi, Erica. Hi. Very good. So yeah, so this is the studio. I love it here. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm happy to be starting. Is it the sun? No, you know what? Technically, it's not the summer. Technically, it's spring because it's still May 22nd, I think, and summer starts in a month. But it feels like summer, and it's awesome to have gotten through the winter and all the cold, dark months, and now be here and be growing and being in a position to put down new roots, and that's awesome. My journey in India really helped me understand more of like who I am and what I want, and in some sense I feel like it was like walking into the fire, you know, and I definitely got burned, but it burned away a lot of what wasn't working, and so I think that is one reason that it was an incredibly valuable experience. So anyways, I am going to get back to work. Oh yeah, magazine covers. Yeah, this is one of the covers that Eric shot for Boston Common. We just went to that party the other night. It was really fun. So that's another great, amazing thing about being around such an amazing photographer like Eric Levin, is that I have the opportunity to grow. Check this guy out. What is going on? So the George Foreman boxing club is right next door. So those are George Foreman boxers. Cool. Yeah. So the amazing part about being around a photographer as amazing as Eric Levin is that I'm in a position now where I can grow and I can learn so much. And that was one problem, not really problem with my last studio, as amazing as it was in that old factory warehouse in Charlestown, was that I was there alone, and it was a very sort of like low ceiling on my growth there. So I'm really happy to have stepped up my game and now be around such amazing artists and creators as we have here, because that's pushing me to become better, more professional, just evolve. You know, Casey Neistat has this great quote I was listening to one of his videos the other day, and he said, you know, in art and in creation, there's no arriving, there's only a progression, you know. So I definitely have not like arrived, but like I like the direction that I'm moving. So anyways, speaking of direction, I gotta get back to my desk, back to work. Thanks for being with me. Hope you enjoyed my little studio tour. And yeah, onwards and upwards, friends. Onwards and upwards.